Beautiful backdrop for tonight's Tuesday in Lynchburg, Virginia. Michigan. Mike McIntyre, third Liberty offense that ran for north of 300 in his second season, guided Liberty. He mentioned having to deal with the pressure in first game in 17 days. The game got canceled because of the storms. Better than their record. A couple of games where they felt they were right in it, and they've got some weapons on offense that we'll see tonight. A sophomore quarterback, and keep that gift for all of us as Liberty will take it out. Nice return already to the 20. Austin finally up.
Talked about having a quick start. That's away with the big return.
Caden Salter. 7 touchdowns.
Their best offensive lineman. He builds that continuity, makes all the calls. Former center, now he's a left guard.
But they go to the ground. Gain of 5 for Cooley in this FIU defense.
Culture properly, not opening up those interior line gaps and not rushing too far up the field. Travion Barnes, last week, Conference USA defense.
Love the one-on-one coverage they can give. Max Morgan set to punt. Dean Patterson will wave for the fair catch. So the FIU defense loves the fact that he's shaking off some of those high school tendencies.
Yeah, and they love to call him Lucky Lefty. Left-hand quarterback.
Washington Joseph is the back. Rivers in motion. They fake the handoff to Joseph. Jenkins will run. Bumps into his own man, but been part of his growth, calling out these protections. They go to Joseph. Moves to the right side of the line. Gets a little bit of a hole. Make it a manageable.
4.5 sacks on the season. C.J. Bazale Jr., preseason Conference USA Defensive Player of the Year. 2 consecutive interceptions in consecutive games, and Quentin Reese, they need to keep him deep in the middle of the field.
3rd and 5, Jenkins on the move, can't complete the Smith. Back to receive. Smith coming off a 3-touchdown performance against East Carolina. He'll catch the Flames. Will take over now as Caden Salter will begin his second series of the game. And looking at Caden Salter compared to the rest of Conference USA. Cooley's still the back. Sibley in motion. Salter going to keep it. Salter getting to the left-hand side of the line and scoots out of bounds. Davis on that second level of the FIU defense. They love how much of a student of the game he is.
And they love his gap integrity. They love his aggressive.
Stay in motion pre-snap at the bottom side of your screen here. Salter, all sorts of time. It's Reese Smith catches it down the middle. 44 yards on the completion. Tonight's Red Zone is brought to you by Verizon. Begins the tight end in motion. The handoff again to Cooley. 3-yard gain as Travion Barnes gets the tackle.
Yeah,
taking his time. Fake it to Cooley. Salter trying to direct some traffic. Flushed out of the pocket. Salter trying to wiggle his way forward.
A mismatch. One-on-one with the linebacker. Great coverage. He pulls the ball, and this is always an option for Salter. If it's not there, if he feels...
Mobley in motion. Salter, they hand it off, and that is perfectly read by this FIU defensive front. Barnes, 3. And Saquon Nopierre to receive for FIU. He'll get a clean look at this one. Nopierre to the right.
Audit on special teams tonight. That's the second big return that we've seen here early in this game, and that's what it's going to take for FIU to stay in the leverage. Bunches and rub routes.
Jenkins winds up, and that skips off the dirt. Dean Patterson was the intended receiver, 1,100. 9 passing touchdowns, and they really are appreciating that production in just his second year. This is a young man. Excellent block by Ben Schellenbach. The left guard had been dealing with a foot injury coming into this game, but they're really happy to see him suited up, and that all sorts of time. Finds Patterson near the 30-yard line, and Patterson will dive forward. FIU already marching the ball down the field.
Tend to slow down, and you can tell that it's really slowed down for Jenkins.
They fake the handoff to Owens. A double move to Rivers, and he overshoots his
defense. And it's either an errant throw or he drops the football. The protection was great. Keon Jenkins just has to drop it in the bread basket.
From the 25. Just under 7 minutes left here in the first quarter. Nothing happening there for Owens. He gets absolutely stood up. 5. Jenkins has time to the sideline. It's Rivers in a huge first down pickup for the Panthers. 12 yards.
These corners can really cover Eric Rivers one-on-one all night.
When we were talking to offensive coordinator David Yost, he said we have to give Rivers as many. Already a very productive first quarter.
And you know he's excited. He's a Miami kid. And FIU has probably played with a lot of those players. And
round to gain. Jenkins rolls out of the pocket. Again, has time. Rivers, one-handed snag. It'll be short of the sticks, but
Jenkins to drop back and put the ball in harm's way, potentially throw it to the defense. Safe throw, allowing them to kick it right now.
Snap good, hold good, kick is up. And we are tied at 3 apiece as Prado strokes it through. And so FIU passing and rushing the ball so effectively.
And systematically, they made some changes. They went to a lot of cover 4 where they had the safeties in. Defender in the secondary must latch on and plaster.
Von Blue fakes the handoff, and that is read perfectly on the defense.
Run gaps, and that's what they talked about, having gap integrity, not trying to do too much. Wait for the ball to cut back to you, and he's there for the tackle.
Fourth quarter of game. Salter going to pirouette, tosses it to the outside. Billy Lucas getting his first touch of the night, wrestled out of bounds, and that'll set up 3rd and
5, which they like.
Salter, pressure coming, finds Reese Smith, avoids a tackle. Smith, another move, finally brought
It open. It was offensive pass interference. Man coverage versus 2 or 3 offensive players within a close proximity. They're going to.
Shaw motions in. Salter feeling the pressure. Salter bouncing around, finally gets brought down in the paint. Morgan to punt, Patterson to receive. We'll have an opportunity on this one. Patterson immediately met as those gunners hurry down there.
And Owens is the perfect running back for this system. He's a slasher, and he runs through tackles. He runs hard. He finishes with physicality. Thing happens, you see guys go down with those type of rolled up knees.
They go to the ground again, nothing happening. 3rd and 6, so offensively for FIU, you imagine you might see some pressure. What's the answer?
Well, you want to spread them out. You want to take a page out, and you try to scheme somebody open.
They bump the coverage, open time. They dump it out to Owens. Owens has got some ground, and another big 3rd.
Have to make all the decisions on the field.
FIU will try to go one more time before the end of the quarter. The catch on the outside. Patterson breaking ankles. Patterson gets set here in the red zone. The handoff to Joseph. Lexington Joseph driving defenders. The fumble, though. FIU possibly jump. Think they have it. And It's a touchdown for FIU as the Panthers scoop up the fumble. And that's one way to score there, Dante. Play, because if Liberty claims that drive has a completely different feeling. Prado, the extra point, it's good. So
M3 right now on the Liberty Flames. And this is what Coach Jamie Chadwell was talking about. They don't play well until their back is against the wall.
They have a chance to spoil that this weekend, possibly. Here's Liberty on 2nd and 8. Nice run and a twirl by Cooley. And Cooley sets up 1st and 10 from the FIU 43. Salter fakes the handoff, delivers a dart.
Immediate game as an extension of their running game. When you can fake the football, freeze the defense, and throw the ball out there for 4 yards, it keeps you at.
Cooley still the back. Salter has an option, pitches it out to Cooley. Cooley gets to the edge, pushed out of bounds by Anderson Taylor.
And you see Cooley, he's starting to get lathered up. He's running through these tackles. I'm expecting them to get a few more carries down here and probably punch this in the end zone.
Help fortify the blocking. Salter has time. Pressure coming from his blind side. Can't get him. Flag comes out as Salter dances. It's been a quiet night for Trayon Sibley. Haven't called his name yet. Salter trying to just scan the field. Salter, plenty of green grass. Conversion of the game. Sibley motions into the backfield. Cooley again lowers his head, delivers the hit, and up. Cooley remains the back. Cooley again, another carry, little hop and a skip forward as he plunges.
Cooley.
It's been all Cooley this drive. Cooley lunging towards the end zone, gets the score, and Liberty has a chance to tie.
Guy is a monster.
Carhue for the extra point to tie it at 10. And we love football on a Tuesday night, even better. We have a great game brewing here, tied at 10 apiece as Liberty answers back. They go 11 plays, 59 yards, and Ross Fournier back to receive. Max Morgan will kick it off for Liberty. Seen a handful of returns already. Here comes another one to get his hands around him. CBS Sports celebrates Hispanic and Latinx pioneers of change and recognize
FIU, so they want to take care of the football.
Jenkins scoots out of the pocket, pump fakes, dumps it off. Quickly wrapped up. 2 tackles on that play. I think in the stat book, 2 ball carriers. It's a loss of 5. And now that really puts FIU in a difficult spot. Lexington Joseph is
Going to try to get their hand on the football.
only 4 rush. Jenkins has time. Uncorks one towards the sideline. Would have been a tough throw and catch.
I never hit.
Not even once.
Not
sure.
even once.
Reese Smith back to receive this punt. It's a short one. Smith, he's going to try and dance around with it. Gets it. Quinton Cooley got 10 carries on the last drive. They'll go to Lucas. Lucas. It seems like no matter who the back is, Dante, this
The safeties are about 8 to 10 yards right over the top of the tackles. And as soon as they rerun, they're entering the box.
Salter chucks it, and right on cue goes to the perimeter, but
remain second down.
Harrison Hayes, we love you. We got to announce that you're the one that gets the flag there, though.
Hit in the pocket.
2nd and 20. The handoff to Lucas. Lucas cuts it in on 3rd down on the season. Salter, pressure coming from the edge. Salter trying to step up, escapes out the side. Salter still down, and FIU, the defense does what they need to do.
And mama, there goes that man again, Trevion Barnes. Another tackle.
3 times this year. He has 8 tackles already, and now 3rd in the nation. After his performance already, Patterson 61 yards on the punt, but a flag does pop out at the 10-yard line. It comes in late.
And
That's up 1st and 10, though, on the 20. Kewan Jenkins hands it off. Fakes the handoff, actually, out to the outside to Dean.
A very long throw, which shows you the type of arm strength that Jenkins possesses. And I like the gamishly trying to move the ball up and down the field.
They go to the ground. Owens pile drived near the 30. You will punt. Really feels like the defenses have controlled the flow of this game, and you've had exceptional performance. High, near spiraling kick. Smith calls for the fair catch right at the 20.
Division.
Empty formation for Salter. Von Blue, the back on the bottom side of your screen. Salter threads the needle and stitches the... 2nd and 1. Cooley back in the game for this series. Cooley picks up the 1st down. Cyclones forward past the 40-yard line. It's Cooley. No surprise. Cooley puts a wiggle on him. Cooley still dancing near the 50-yard line. And another athlete.
Give you a move in the hole, get to the outside, make a couple guys miss. Great run.
Cooley, a hole opens up. Tripped up, though, right before he was dashed. Cooley's had the last 2 carries. Salter has time in the pocket. Airs one over the top. Double coverage coming down. He trying to punch it in one more time. Salter back to pass. Salter sees pressure. Zings the pass. Too fast for Bentley Hanshaw. Brings up second.
One-on-one. Look for the deep ball.
Salter back to pass again. It's Mobley one-on-one. Pushed out of bounds. Excellent. Salter eyeing Mobley. He'll step up. Salter has room. Salter trying to get to the end zone. Salter the contact, so it sets up 1st and 16 from the 23. Salter avoids the rush, trying to redirect some traffic. Salter running
right now because they feel like probably that their team made some good plays, but they also beat themselves in a bunch of different aspects. Defensive game right now, and it looks like whichever defense finishes the game the best, they're probably going to win this game.
Salter gonna immediately run upfield. Salter's got a couple of blocks. Salter still avoiding traffic. One-man mission there. Also hard to believe now scored 14 unanswered to storm back and take the lead by 7 with just 20 seconds left in the 1st half. Max Morgan, who's also the punter, kicks it off a side-winding kick. That'll careen out of bounds, and so Saquon Nopierre back to receive. Ross Fournay also at the top of the screen. Crowd right there understanding the situation. So keep this in mind. Liberty is 12-0 under Chadwell when leading at the half. Then we'll go ahead and take a knee. Carry this thing into the locker room. Salter with a rushing touchdown as the Flames try to continue their impressive streak at home.
That's the end of the 1st half.
Sophomore quarterback from Miami helped orchestrate an early scoring drive, but since then The offense has been silenced, so let's go ahead and check out this drive. Joseph trying to churn those legs, drags a defender. Quentin Reese was trying to bring him down. 5-yard gain on first down.
About first down, you want 5+ yards to put yourself in an incredible situation on second and short.
One thing,
Keeping those safeties back. When they go to man-to-man, they're going to take some shots.
Jenkins, the slant to Rivers, he drops it, and it's intercepted. A costly mistake.
All the time on defense.
We've talked about this game being a game of bounces. In the first quarter, FIU pounced on a fumble in their own end zone to score. You see it personified right there. Salter looking deep into the end zone. Salter, he's got Sibley streaking in.
Drop from Sibley. He's had a number of drops. He consistently gets behind the defensive backs.
Hit the brakes and try and get over the shoulder. Very difficult. Slater pitches it out. Blue going to be the back that gets drug out of bounds.
The only two players that weren't in the box on defense there were the two corners. You had both safeties taking steps forward as soon as the ball was.
3rd and 2. Salter hands it off to Cooley. Cooley right down the middle. The Red Sea parted. He's to their first touchdown of the game. It was Cooley just wearing down this defense. This time, though, Jamal Potts makes the tackle.
He can intercept the football. Great hands. Great job of coming tight down the line of scrimmage and grabbing onto a leg and doing a gator roll to get
Court at the 1-yard line, but another 20-yard gain for Cooley.
And they couldn't have halftime.
Tonight's Red Zone is brought to you by Verizon. I'm sure it'll be no surprise to everybody here who's most likely going to get the ball. It's Cooley. They've caused a huge fumble here. You see the Panthers celebrating at the moment. They're trying to clear this pile out.
He fumbled, and a lot of the defensive coaches always remind their players they're not in until they're in. When he broke that long run and got out.
And you think Liberty's going to go for the knockout punch, 21 straight unanswered points. They cough it up, and now for FIU, you just have to buy a little breathe. With a couple of backs behind him, Jenkins just trying to find the soft spot. Mission accomplished as they march to about the 3 or 4 yard line.
Jenkins out there coming out of your own end zone.
It was Ross Fournay that helped push the tush in that situation. So it brings up 2nd and 8 in motion. Jenkins in pursuit, has to get rid of it, and Jenkins felt the pressure coming in his own end, and the penalty bug bites Liberty again, and that is a huge sigh of relief for this FIU offense.
It is. It gives them an automatic first down. It gives them arm is extended. The referee is going to call it. He's standing there every time.
New life for FIU on their own 13.
All quick game, RPO, all the way down the football field. But they have to take care of the football. Crossing route in a deep post.
Burris and Owens are in the game here. You see the handoff again. Owens trying to churn those legs.
And end up losing yards. I would like to see them get Jenkins, if possible, on the edge. Only allowing him to read one side of the field.
It feels like they've stopped him short. But they're going to move the chains. You saw a couple of Liberty defenders hold that 0 up. Cool history. Jenkins scooting to his left. Jenkins crossed his body and laid a dangerous throw. Jenkins, another handoff to Owens. Owens gets to the side. Owens, and a flag comes in late. Jenkins, quick screen pass to the left. Brought down for about a 2-yard gain.
Went in there. They tried to get the defense moving the opposite direction. Throw the ball out there for the quick screen.
2nd and 15. Patterson in motion. Jenkins trying to eye the field. Jenkins will try to use his legs, dumps it off. A quick snag near the...
He wanted to go somewhere else with the football. It wasn't there. He almost pumped it. You see it. He steps up, makes a quick, decisive throw. Opportunity to make the throw.
4-man rush coming free. Jenkins has to launch it. And that is going to be a... Now they're going to actually punt here. Reese Smith back to receive, and that is a shank off the side of the foot. Stratosphere, but now it's Liberty trying to continue this current run. 14 unanswered. They slip it to the outside. Tyson Mobley with the catch. Well as Blue, the handoff, it's Lucas. Plunges forward for the first down.
And they really trust Lucas, and Lucas Jr. He's more of the slasher, more elusive, and a lot faster than what Cooley is.
And they call them 1A and 1
down the defense with both of those backs.
Lucas again avoids a tackle. 4-yard gain. Barnes game this season. Cooley's done it 4 times. Lucas once against UTEP.
It's called a C-note. C-note is slang for $100 bill.
Salter keeps it, pitches it out to Sibley. Sibley. Correction, Vaughn.
Interior to make the tackle. If he doesn't set that edge physically like that, he probably catches the ball and continues outside.
Who's been clearly the defensive MVP for FIU.
And he clearly was shot out of a cannon on that play. And he knew it was coming.
Morgan to punt, Patterson to receive. Patterson calls for the fair catch, sets up shop at the fellow Big Ten opponent immediately. Jenkins, no backs in the field, easy pitch and catch to Patterson. And that's what FIU needs more of, you feel like.
Yes, get the ball pre-snap, get the ball to your playmakers, and they're really good after the catch. Let them do the work.
8-yard gain, especially. Jenkins rolling to his left, finds Patterson again. Patterson with a little room, delivers a hit at the coverage on the inside at the bottom of your screen. Jenkins clutches it. Receiver falls down, flag comes in. They average 90 yards per game. Jenkins hands it off. And a nice little carry there by.
See him coming around that edge. It looked like the linebackers in the corner was going to sandwich him. He splits the defense.
Joseph is the back. Joseph had nowhere to go right there. Jamar Brown. How many times have we seen Brown?
Player out there, you have another option to throw the football. I believe Jenkins made the improper read.
That's the second time that's happened tonight. Rivers in motion. Jenkins, another rush coming. Liberty all over it, has to quickly get it to the outside. Line near FIU. Lexington Joseph hobbling to. So for Jenkins, again, it's another drive where you've got a penalty. Backs you up a little bit. You've got 23 seconds left here in the quarter. By FIU.
Timeout. FIU.
So we'll step aside. Decisions to be made for FIU with an important third.
Be aggressive. If you see a matchup that you like and it's one-on-one, you throw it. But you throw it to a place where only your player can get the football.
Field for Jenkins. 4-man rush. Jenkins slips it out. Catch is made. Hit is delivered. Burris makes the catch. Jenkins trying to go one-on-one to Patterson. Tough pass. Incomplete. Liberty holds him up. Best offensive football in the fourth quarter, averaging nearly 170 yards in this quarter per game. You look at Salter's numbers tonight. Lucas, the back. Salter fakes it, pitches it off to Reese Smith. Smith off and running, picks up the first down. Another tough 12. So those numbers, as we mentioned, 20 of 26 for Salter. Those are in the fourth quarter this season as he goes to the ground one more time. And
what do they call it? Flames quarter. This is where they feel like they get stronger and they start to impose their will on the opposition.
Slot position has came up clutch in a few situations. Salter throws it, open man behind the coverage. Tyson Mobley or Mobley. Lucas has a hole. Lucas sprints forward for another.
And you see him slow to get off the field. Hopefully he's okay.
Well, they replaced Lucas with Quentin Cooley, who's had almost got out of that one. Jamal Potts wrapping him up.
The wheels are starting to fall off for this Panthers defense. They're starting to get pounded at the point of attack.
On the field.
Definitely deflates you.
Salter fakes the handoff, dumps it off. Sibley delivers a blow before getting out of bounds. Joe.
Situation, yeah, but you know that they're trying to run the clock. They're trying to score a touchdown, put this game out of reach. You get guys that start to press. They try to
motion. Salter, Cooley, the patience, the vision, but the power just to drag. Salter, it's Cooley again, a hole on the left-hand side, and Cooley runs it in for the score for Liberty.
And that's how you take the fight out of a defense. You pound them in the fourth quarter. You give the ball to
night of the season with 10:43 left in this game. Extra point is good, and so Liberty has not any more empty possessions. It's going to be an opportunity for Saquon No-Pierre to take it out. He's had a couple of nice returns, has some daylight. No-Pierre trying to get to.
You have to execute. And a lot of these fourth downs are going to come down to four-down territory. You're going to have to convert on fourth down if you don't pick it.
this evening. 1st and 10 for the Panthers. Jenkins pulls it. Jenkins rolling to his left. Couple of double pumps, overthrows Patterson, nearly afford any penalties to make this drive even more difficult than it's going to be.
They can't. The lack of defense and the lack of
Makes it 1st and 15. Jenkins, Patterson, slant route, caught. He gets ripped down on the outside. Eldrick Griffin getting in.
And that's what they've done well all season long. They spread out the defense, make you guard laterally and vertically.
Jenkins hands it off. Owens spins around the pile. Owens eschews another tackle. Owens continues to fight forward.
On that carry, putting them in a 3rd and short. I would like to see them spread it out here. Don't compact it. Don't get all the defense inside the tackles. First, to try to draw them off sides.
Jenkins under center. Jenkins will find his spot, lunges forward, and that's going to be a 1st down as they mark him past the mark on the right-hand side.
Yeah, he's actually pulling back. He's going to that pressure foot. He's reading the offensive line.
Keeps the drive going. Under 8 minutes left in this game. Protected species as well, so you got to be careful with them, Dante.
Yeah, you better be careful. Definitely got to be careful.
Being an Oregon Duck, they tell us about all things birds at school. I love it. Here we go. They empty the backfield for Jenkins. Jenkins trying to keep this drive going late across the field again. Intended for Rivers. Joseph Carter. Coaches have praised his maturity. Now finds himself in a situation to dig his team out. Another pass and catch, scooting up the field.
Successful. You see they're playing zone. You sit down receivers and tight ends in the zone. You don't continue to run through in zone.
Football too frequently in the second half. Jenkins hands it off. Owens gets a nice hole, spins forward for the 1st down. And now
And they have a guy lined up wide open right up there to throw it.
They go quick tempo, looking for Rivers over the top. Rivers. Look at Rivers flow.
That's what you want. Now they're in scoring position.
39 yards, they go to Owens. FIU wastes no time scoring. And they end 4th rushing touchdown of the season for Owens. Prado with the layup. Liberty off the field has been using a bruising rushing attack. Prado burps one up near the 20-yard line. Fair catch is made.
It's simple. Gap integrity. Everybody's responsible for a gap out there. Play your gap. Don't try to do too much.
South Liberty outscoring their opponents by 10.5 points in the 4th quarter. Salter to throw it. Salter incomplete on 1st down. Was trying to go to Smith, and I think Coach Chadwell agrees with you based upon that reaction. 2nd and 10. Billy Lucas is the
fumble.
A fumble on the exchange. Salter has to than this, it feels like, to try and get off the field. Salter rolling to his right, feels pressure. Salter trying to direct traffic, flings one down the field.
Down, which was an incompletion. Stop the clock. They fumbled it on 2nd down, and then you throw.
Patterson calls for the fair catch at around the 40-yard line, 39 yards on the punt.
Here in a row, and you come in, you have a possession in the end of the 4th quarter to go down, tie the game, and possibly go for 2 if you want.
Some wood.
One thing about it is you want to run north. You don't want to go east and west. You want to get 3-4 yards and live to play another down.
Jenkins has protection. Jenkins to Rivers. No one near him. Rivers dashing forward. Rivers. Jenkins. Jenkins keeps it. Jenkins double move to Rivers. Rivers can't catch it off his fingertips.
To put both arms out there to try to pull this football in, and he could have. It looked like he was worried about the safety beaming down on him. Rivers.
Jenkins to Joseph. Joseph drives his legs forward, moves north. Bodner in with the hit. 4-yard gain.
Need all positive yards here.
Patterson in motion. Jenkins keeps it. A rare run for him. He's going to be short of the sticks.
Now they have to get their best play ready. No need to panic. Stay calm, poised, keep your composure. I would like to see them. Oh, we get a timeout here.
FIU with the timeout.
Timeout. FIU. 30 seconds.
Defenders in the box, and then they ran the motion and brought an extra one in there to help on the defense. I would do that again. And if they give me 3.5, 4 guys in the border field, because they've been taking some shots to Rivers.
Jenkins throws it. Rivers catches it. Rivers 1st down. Rivers tackled near the 5th.
They're making multiple guys miss on his way to pick up the 1st down in the red zone.
Rivers trots off the field. Left, 1st and 10. Jenkins keeps it. Jenkins has fooled the whole defense. A cut for Jenkins.
And fooled the entire defense. Did you see him float out to the outside of that defense? And I thought that he was going to put a move on. The time isn't really an issue right here. Getting into the end zone is.
1st and goal from the 4. It's Owens that gets the carry. Owens trying to fight into the end zone. Wrestled down by Jamal.
30 seconds.
Liberty calls timeout. What does that tell you about what they're thinking with what might be remaining after a potential score here?
Well, they feel like, hey, you want to give your offense an opportunity to be able to go down, get into field goal range, kick the last-second field goal, and run off, send you home with a loss.
Jenkins on the keeper. Jenkins trying to find a little daylight. Jenkins in the end zone. FIU has a chance to snap good, hold good. Prado. Kick is good, but a flag comes in.
Kadon Salter, Cooley, and these offensive weapons from Liberty can do 140 series of the game right here. And if they can and get this into it's overtime, it's anybody's game.
What's the
team for Liberty is checked
take the lead.
It's number 40.
Cannot stress it enough. Liberty has the longest current winning streak, and the single snap and play is critical at this juncture. We've seen some big returns on special teams. Prado can't get into the end zone, an opportunity line. So with 1:34 left, one timeout. After the Landon Hale tackle, it's going to be up to Liberty. What can you ask for on a Tuesday night football game?
Nothing. And they have to get down to the 30-yard line. They told us that they're kicking range. Quick throw to move the football.
They go to Cooley. Cooley has room. Cooley avoids a tackle. Gets drugged down past the 1st down marker.
An amount of yards on the ground.
Salter through the air. The slant route. Reese catches it. But Smith holding that knee is the 30-yard line. Not the longest or strongest leg, but has been accurate this season. So Liberty inches closer to their target mark here, and obviously the thoughts are with touchdowns against East Carolina in their previous game. But now Liberty here in the 4th quarter, minute 10 left, one timeout.
Out there, I would expect them to get him an opportunity.
Salter eyeing downfield, excellent coverage. Salter trying to run, has to try and get out of bounds. Who has to pick this one up.
And he was definitely trying to target Sibley in the slot, matched up with Jamal Potts, and he did a really good job of
just trying to get off the field. They go to the ground. It's Cooley. Cooley stood up. Here comes the rest of the FIU defense.
that timeout here, or are they going to allow
11-second difference between game clock and play clock.
Liberty has used their final timeout of the game, 30-second timeout.
So Liberty calls timeout to stop the clock at this point. There's 29 seconds left. It's forced
on what they were going to do. And are they going to leave the offense out there?
On the field. Here comes the punt.
No, here punt this ball to him and kick it out of bounds.
This is a short punt to Patterson. He calls for fair catch.
There's no reason to draw back with Jenkins with the way that your offense of line has played most of this.
And they will make the conservative call and take a knee. And we are going to be headed to overtime in Lynchburg, Virginia, to possibly taking an L in the last couple of seasons. And so end of regulation. We'll step aside and get the table set for overtime. More football. 11 points in the 4th quarter. They go to the ground. It's Cooley. Cooley. A lot of these chunk plays that we were seeing earlier have been snuffed out by this defense. 2nd and 8. Cooley again. Cooley's got a hole, and Cooley will push the pile forward. Here comes their opener in 2022 against Southern Miss. Cooley again, the carry. Cooley has a hole, lowers his shoulder, picks up the 1st down.
Unmovable object. Did you see that? The way that he lowered his shoulder and continued to grind those legs.
Sibley in motion. It's going to be Salter keeping it. Salter, a fake. Salter in the end zone. Liberty strikes first in overtime. Second rushing touchdown of the season for Salter. Here comes the extra point from Colin Carhew. The kick is good, so no mystery for what FIU like Liberty with this streak. If FIU scores here, do you go for 2?
It's kind of tough. You know, if you don't sneak, and they didn't.
Jenkins, the handoff. An excellent run there for John Owens, who is really still enigmatic with a minute 42 and a timeout for Liberty.
I'm not sure if Mike McIntyre will do it. I know that he wants
to get to the end zone, though. Plenty of work. Jenkins, the handoff, a little wiggle. Owens is trying to get back to the original line of scrimmage, so a nice...
They're going to run it.
It's Lexington Joseph, no, but blown up. Ball is loose. Liberty wins the game on the hit in this.
The previous play is under review.
Play is under review, and you have to question whether or not the ball was already